Hello fans, Brian Zane here from Regret HQ, and I'm your moderator for this, the Taven Vincent Summit. Due to the volatile nature of the relationship between the two parties, I'm just glad this is all being done remotely as of right now. The bad blood between the former tag team partners and best friends, Matt Taven and Vincent, has boiled in Ring of Honor for more than a year now. Most recently, on this past weekend's edition of Ring of Honor TV, when Vincent cost Taven a shot at becoming the #1 contender for the World Championship. How much longer can this go on, and what will it take for things to finally resolve? We hope to get some answers to that today on the summit. Joining me first, he is a former Ring of Honor World Champion and one of only 3 Grand Slam winners in Ring of Honor history. One half of OGK. He is the Trend, Matt Taven. Matt, thank you very much for joining me here on the summit. I believe we are still waiting on Vincent right now.
Where's Vinny? Great to talk to you, Brian. Glad to see you, but I only came on here for one reason. I was promised that Vinny would be on this and we would settle things. We would figure out something. Why am I on this if he's not?
I mean, we're still waiting on him. I mean, it's hard to get him nailed down for anything, it seems, these days. But, I mean, while we're waiting for him, Matt, I mean, if you just want to try and explain your side of the story and tell us what's on your mind right now.
Of course. Of course this would be the case. Of course it would be left up to me to carry the water while we all wait on this Melvin. For a year and a half, this has been my life. A year and a half. Think about how long that is. Think about everything we've been through as a society in the last year. Now, add 6 more months on top of that. And in fact, add a lifetime of a relationship. I've known this guy for over 12 years. Over 12 years. And now you sit back and you think about all the little things that have happened over the years, all the red flags that probably should have popped in your mind and told you that this guy was an absolute dirtbag and you should have left him in the dust right where you found him. And now I have to sit here and beg. Literally beg for this guy to get on a Zoom call. Brian, I can't tell you how much I've done for this guy. All right? There was a time where he was going to walk away from wrestling where he didn't know. He had a daughter on the way. He didn't know how he was going to feed her. And who stepped up to the plate? Me. I did. I told Vinny that, no, let's give this another run. You could still do this. You can make it. And I made sure that Ring of Honor brought Vinny in. It was all me. I literally put food on his table. And now I'm sitting here waiting still. And I have nothing but time to sit here and think. I'm going stir crazy, especially after losing my opportunity of finally regaining the world title at the anniversary show. I'm sitting here thinking about all the things that have happened in my life, especially in this relationship with Vinny. I'm thinking about how at Madison Square Garden, when I won this title, I knew that day this was probably going to happen. Why? Because I told Vinny to sit in the back and wait and to let me do this on my own. But I could see in the back of his mind, I could see in his eyes, there was jealousy there already. And then I sit there and I look back at all the times where I told Vinny, I showed him my ankle. I said, dude, I don't even know if I can walk. I don't know how I'm going to defend this title. I don't know how I'm even going to make it to the airport. I don't know how I'm going to make it to my hotel room. I don't know how I'm going to lace my shoes. And this guy helped me. This guy grabbed my bags. He helped me along. The whole time, I look back and now I can see the whole time he's plotting on taking advantage of the things that I would tell him, the things I would open up to him about. And now I'm sitting here waiting to get answers on what happened a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, this former friend of mine, since I'm sure that Ring of Honor would get mad if I really say what I think about Vinny, cuts me with an axe. Cuts me with an axe. I have been waiting for revenge since that day. And it was stupid of me to walk into Final Battle 2019 knowing that I couldn't even put weight on an ankle, knowing that this guy across the ring from me knew that my ankle was holding on by a thread. It was broken. It was torn. Everything that could possibly go wrong was wrong with it. But I stepped up. I went in the ring because I knew this had to be settled. And now here I am a year and a half later. It's still not settled. I did not get it. I made a mistake. I made a mistake at Final Battle. I should have never agreed to that match. But if Vinny was a man, if he was any sort of person, this righteous person that he says he is, still is, he should have stepped up and given me the rematch that I've been begging for ever since Final Battle. And now here I am, still waiting. And for what? This guy says that he's over it. He says that he's done with me. He's going to move on. But then he wants to cost me the one thing that he knows makes me tick. The one thing that he knows is the reason why I kept going on that broken ankle, is the reason why I kept wrestling for months, even though I needed surgery, is because I want to be Ring of Honor World Champion more than I want to breathe. And this guy knows that. And so he sends his little Melvins out to distract me when I finally have an opportunity to get back the one thing that drives me in life. And for what? He told me this was done with. He's telling everyone this is done with. I've been begging everyone in Ring of Honor, all the officials, for a match, and they keep telling me he's saying no, that he's moved on. Well, then why all this? And now here I am, still wondering, waiting for answers. What am I doing, Bryan? What are we doing here?
Certainly, you have been waiting for answers, and we might get some, because I've just been informed. I believe he is here, and he's ready to get into this Zoom call. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a former six-man World Tag Team Champion. He's a leader of the Righteous. Ladies and gentlemen.
Tag champion because of me.
Yes, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Vincent. Okay?
Is this a joke?
Hi.
Is this a joke? What are you doing?
All right, this is not Vincent. This is Vita Von
you're
Star
cute with the purple
of
on?
the Righteous. And
It's good to see you, Taven. I really do enjoy our little meetings together.
Bryan, did you know this was going to happen? Because Bryan, this is outrageous. I didn't agree to talk to her. I don't even know why you're here. What do you think you're doing? You keep messing with me, with Mikey. You saw what happened to Bateman. What do you think is going to end up happening to you? I need to tell you something. I need to tell you something right now. You don't know this guy, okay? This guy, I literally made sure his family was okay, and look what he did to me. What do you think he's going to do to you one day? He's manipulating you, and you need to realize that, and you need to stop playing his game.
Taven, true righteous transcend space and time. Only a fool is stuck in the past, worrying about what happened or what could happen. But when you're righteous, you are above all of that. So don't you think it's time to move on?
Vita, if I may interject here, I don't understand what Vincent is getting out of antagonizing Matt the way he has been, yet saying he wants to move on. I mean, what is his game? Is he trying to avoid Matt?
Vincent has already moved on from this. I mean,
if he's moved on from this, then why were you involved in our match? If he's moved on from this, why am I here right now? Why isn't he here right now to tell me that he's moved on to this? To tell me that what I'm begging for is one last match between the two of us. Let's just settle this like men. And for some reason, he cannot do that. You are here for what reason? For what reason? Are you here to tell me that this is going to happen? Are you here to tell me this isn't going to happen? Are you here to just give me your psychobabble? Because none of it, everything that you say, none of it means anything to me. Means nothing to me, okay?
The fragility of man's ego will be his downfall.
Listen.
You just can't let your ego get out of the way, can you, Taven? I really want what's best for you, Taven. I really think that you are better than this. You don't have to live in the past. You don't have to succumb to your ego again and again. You can move beyond this too.
I could move beyond this. I could. And I tried. But for some reason, you guys want to play these games and you want to continue doing it. And that is fine, because I want this to come to an end for good. I want to put a period at the end of the sentence. I want to put you guys in the dust. I want to move on to bigger and better things. I want to move on to the reason why I'm here in the first place. But you guys want to act like, oh, it's part of the past. It's part of the past. But everywhere I turn, I see one of your dumb faces getting involved in my business. Either this needs to end, you guys got to move on, or he's just got to be a man and step up to the plate. And I've been begging for him to be a man for how long now? You should see that he is making a mistake by putting you in front here. But what are you getting out of this? All you're doing is being a distraction for what's the inevitable. The inevitable is going to be, I will get my revenge on Vinny one way or the other, okay? One way or the other.
Yes, some things are inevitable, Taven. For it was foretold that March 15th would be a day of great reckoning. And a great cosmic shift will take place between the heavens and the earth. And a great pestilence will cover and scourge the earth, and fire will rain down, and the kingdom shall fall, and the righteous shall prosper.
What am I listening to? What am I listening to, Brian? What is this? What is March 15th? What are we talking about?
Certainly sounds like more questions than answers right now. Vita, I mean, you talk about March 15th. What does that mean? Is this finally going to be what Taven's been asking for? Is he going to get his match?
I already told you.
Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
A great cosmic shift will take place, and what will be shall be.
All right, and we've lost her. We've lost Vita, and sorry, Matt.
Coming, Brian. Like, is Vinny never going to pop on this thing? Like, am I just? I'm not going to get any answers. I have been begging everyone that will listen to just make this match happen. Ring of Honor has taken Vinny out of the rankings because he won't agree to this match. I don't see where else there is to go. There's only one thing that can happen. It should happen at the anniversary, like I've been asking forever. It needs to come to an end. And what is March 15th? That means nothing to me.
Your guess is as good as mine, Matt, but it sounds like we might not find out what that means until the day. But
so it's just a big waste of time. Thanks, Brian.
I apologize, Matt. I wish that Vincent could have been here for this, and certainly we'll keep you posted on what's going on between Matt Taven and Vincent when we find out. But this is Brian Zane signing off for now.
Friday, March 26th, Ring of Honor Wrestling celebrates its 19th anniversary on pay-per-view. Throughout the years, one thing remains the same. ROH is synonymous with excellence. See ROH athletes such as the Briscoe Brothers, Matt Taven, The Foundation, La Facción Ingobernable, and many more. Championships will be defended and legacies will be defined. Find out why honor has always been real. Friday, March 26th, it's our 19th anniversary on pay-per-view.